Surprise! Welcome back to some Hall of Frames.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah, everything's got a little bit, surprise, surprise. There can be some issues when you're trying to restream something from across an entire ocean. But we got there, and we think we have a pretty solid solution, and the players are going, and everything's rocking and rolling and ready to go. It's Ubel joined by Lentini, and we're looking at some gamers, Gluto and Shuton for losers quarterfinals. We're really getting to the thick of it.
Yeah, we should be in game number 1 here, so didn't really lose out on anything. Keeping it super even, almost 200% on Gluto right now, by the way. The two serial adapters, Mr. and Mr. Consistency on the screen, and unfortunately for them, only one can move forward because we are down on losing side.
Yeah, dropping the stock, and this has kind of been Shuton's ace in the hole, right? Whenever he goes to the EU, of course the Aegis has always been there, but there are just no good Olimars to practice with in Europe, in the entire continent of Europe, no matter what event you end up going to. So it's been hard to get reliable practice against this character, and it's been hard to deal with Shuton's own unique way of playing a very awkward character to go against.
And he's a character that really catches you off guard, right? Because he just does so much damage when he does get his opening. Of course, we've seen the Kazuya's and the Luigi's, so in comparison, it's not that bad. All right, Gluto. All right. We don't need matchup experience when we've got Waft. He hit him at 38% with an up air, and that is all it takes to take game number 1.
Yeah, that's a cheers to you, Gluto. You found the up air. You deserve that. That's insane. What a absolute dominant pickup. Find off of just like a stray hit too, like the weave around the back air, and then the state of mind to already be fast falling to find that, to find the follow-up waft. What has been so good about Shuton's Olimar, it's like how he plays into Olimar's weaknesses, but at the end of the day, Olimar's weakness is still a weakness, and if you want to play in the corner to try and shore it up, you still leave yourself open to reversals like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see what we get for the counter pick here. We are really thinking about this, of course. Bro spends an entire minute on the stage select, hovers Town and City, and then just clicks PS2 again anyway. The classic, tried and true. Shuton on the back foot, but had a lot of good ideas in that game number 1. Had the damage, had the kills. It was just a matter of, it really is as simple as when Wario has Waft, don't get hit.
Yeah. You have every tool to do so. The Pikmin function as dissuasion to any sort of approaches, slight disjoints on most of the Pikmin, notably the yellow and the purple one, though blue and white don't really have a ton of disjoint on them. It's just kind of case by case, and that's what makes Olimar so tricky to deal with. Is in an ideal world, every character has a different counterpick option or a different route to play around every individual Pikmin. And most of those are shared, but some of them aren't, and you need to start choosing different spacings in order to reliably play around it.
Gluto with the quadruple up air. Great coverage there, I guess. 109% though, once again, very even on this first stock. They have both been dancing in the corner, trying to force the issue, trying to get their kill. Neither has done it just yet. Great parry and just disengage. I like that. Hold center stage because the scrap is not favorable.
And the amount of times that we're seeing Shuton just like totally try and disengage. It's like, all right, Guto is down tilted with my shield. I am jumping and air dodging, and you're not. I'm not messing with this.
I'm a head out. Yeah.
All right,
You mentioned the small disjoint, but in a matchup like this where your opponent is particularly stubby, these Mario characters, it goes a long way.
Absolutely, especially that yellow Pikmin that Shuton is trying to favor, and then the purple Pikmin needs no introduction. Look how far that hit from shield. Purple Pikmin is just massive when it comes to the extra range. And I mean, there's a reason that Gluto is just trying to wail with all of these hitboxes. They're not intended to hit Shuton. They're intended to mess with Shuton's Pikmin lineup.
Oh man, I can't believe that miss, giving Shuton an opportunity to swing out there. And now you mentioned the Pikmin lineup. He's got that purple. He's trying to double stack them. He does so. 2 purples and a white. Weird band name, but let's see if he can do something with it. No, Wario just getting out of there.
Uh-oh. Oh no, it was enough. Even from center stage, the neutral air dodge in to weave right past the purple forward air, and suddenly, spontaneously, and just as easily, Gluto finds himself again with the lead. That pivot grab was super nice. Didn't find the follow-up, but dominating the ground game against Olimar is a pretty hefty showing.
Oh, every time he clicks with that nair, I get scared.
I'm ready. I'm like, I flinch.
I'm like, oh, I guess he's dead. Like, I don't care if he has WAP. Gluto will find a way. But no, he's still okay for now. Using that super armor on the down special, trying to get out of the corner. Great call out with the up smash as well. It has not very much end lag, so it's pretty safe. He gets to take that risk. And this time around, it does pay off. And we talked about the damage. All of a sudden, it's Shuton in the lead.
This is where you really want to use those red Pikmin for the extra damage. Purple got the boost of knockback, but red's all where the damage comes from. 0 to 70, and then a couple stray hits later, you're sitting at the 101 mark. With two purple. Is it? How many purples is this? This is 2 purples ready and coming at you. On a big stage like PS2 too, you can maximize it, but callouts in the corner again. Gluto willfully presses into a position where typically Shuton likes to optimize, trying to make space to get Pikmin toss out and make those purple Pikmin flex their muscles. But Gluto was right on Shuton again and found a clutch hit at the end of another game to go up 2-0.
Gluto is just not crumbling under pressure. He lost his stock lead. He lost his percent lead in a single combo, and it's so easy to get scared, to overextend, to miscalculate your risk reward with a crazy smash attack call out. And that is not what we saw Gluto do. He kept playing the game plan that he knew was working and just accepted that, yeah, there's going to be those early combos that do damage, but so what? Because Shuton can't close it out in the same way.
Yeah, heavyweight mentality on a character with this speed, this type of airspeed is always what made Wario so flexible and so dangerous. You can be willing to play a war of attrition with a character with a bomb strapped to his chest. It's hard. It's hard to operate.
It really feels that way, doesn't it? Well, let's hope he doesn't go out down with the ship on that one. 117, once again, it's the early lead for Shuton. But again, like, when you see that early lead, it doesn't mean a lot if Shuton can't get the stock.
Yeah, 141, slowly dwindling some of that time. And at this point, yeah, you feel okay about the percent differential that you're at. Like hitting that 70% mark and going deep for a back air that would have won him that stock exchange. Wall Street eats your heart out. Gluto is making all of these deals.
Well, unfortunately, they might be penny stocks because Shuton does close it out himself. Did you see the lack of fear, by the way, at the end of that stock? He saw Wario coming in with a bike, and he's like, okay, but I got a purple, though. What if I contest?
Yeah, might as well, right? Like, if Shuton is so worried about trying... Oh, the Pikmin glitch happened where nothing happened. No Pikmin came out of the up smash. If Shuton's going to be so insistent on trying to contest Wario with frame data, like with range and with hitboxes, at a certain point you have to mash him. In order to create any other mix-ups, you have to be willing to play that first immediate dance, and sometimes that means taking a pretty low reward option just in order to represent it. A lot of nairs or a lot of forward airs out of shield when they don't really do anything in order to set up moments like that where a dash attack can come in and clean up a stock.
I gotta say, Shuton looking pretty good right now. He has the lead. He has the corner pressure. He has been consistently keeping Gluto on the back foot this game. I think that has been the big difference. He is running the neutral right now in a way that I didn't see him do in those first 2 games. And then, of course, as soon as the purple comes out, it gets that much easier because you saw how much knockback that had to force Wario into the corner.
Stuck with blue Pikmin, though, is kind of a rough pull to have here for Gluto. You need to be extra careful, but the toss away, it seems like Gluto has been extra insistent on trying to keep away from blue Pikmin, especially to the point where, I mean, Shuton's not even willing to try and play the extra grab mix-up or flex that up throw at 140 plus. It's like, all right, I'll just stick with what I know and stick with the consistent, like, anti-air, air-to-air game plan.
Yeah, it's that Luigi factor that we talked about, right? You're playing around a specific win con, so if your opponent can recognize that, they can force the mental stack and create a different one for themselves, as now we see the stocks are evened up. That puts Gluto in a pretty good spot. If he can avoid the red Pikmin, which does fall off the side, that's big for him. It's going to be a lot easier, and sure enough, he's the one who gets the early lead. Oh, misses the double up smash.
Yeah, you need a second Pikmin to go with that combo route. So you see Shuton correct himself the second time over, just go for up smash, double up air instead. And I mean, it's purple Pikmin damage, so like 94%, nothing to sneeze at. And this is 2 purples online. We're threatening up smashes and forward smashes at these percent to close out on most positions on stage. Love the use of Nair there. We're cutting off angles. We're making sure that Gluto can't retreat. It's hard to keep Wario pinned down, but there's the way to call out on the drift. And Shuton gets on the board.
I also like with the usage of the Nair that you highlighted there, it messes up Gluto's timing. We saw him drop the shield and try to jump out preemptively because you get so used to the forward air, the back air timing that you just get clipped by something on your shield and you try to do the auto drop where you let go of the shield while you are still in hit stun so that you can perfectly time your buffered out option. But in that situation with a multi-hit, that gets shut down.
Yeah. It's good.
It's the Byleth principle, the landing there.
Yeah, I mean,
gets hit by that last hit.
Those are the landing multi-hit hitboxes that just give people such a problem, myself included. And, you know,
I always had beef with that because I was like, no, I don't think Byleth Nair is that crazy. I think we all just suck. Like, just hold shield until the move's done. Like, that's the counterplay.
But what if they cross you up and then you want to get a punish, so you have to drop shield or jump, and then it clips you, and I'm like, damn.
It is the hubris of the human condition. We try to punish everything, and sometimes crimes are meant to go unpunished.
Unfortunately, we are but men.
It feels bad. I mean, Byleth probably makes good money. Like, you just can't touch that.
Yeah, they've got employment vibes, jobber life.
Definitely has that lawyer on retainer. As we get into what could be our final game here, Gluto has the lead, but Shuton has the momentum and taking that momentum to convert into the first stop.
Yeah, Violet's not the only jobber out here. Olimar's a salary man making business decisions and closing out stocks like it's nothing. Easy peasy up smash in order to at least bring us to another position where Shuton again has a lead.
I can't believe that this Olimar character forgot his roots. Quite literally, actually.
Yeah.
He's buried in the one ending. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love
They
Pikmin's
just
great.
leave him there. Like, he'll probably grow, right? Let me just
Yeah,
we water this dude. It'll work out.
the question is in that ending is like Pikmin and Pikmin 1 have no ability to pluck Pikmin. They learn that after Pikmin 2 and
Oh,
onward.
that's
So
true.
Olimar in that ending is just stuck in the ground.
So even if he does grow, he's just stuck there. You're right.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Pikmin lore goes deep.
I hadn't thought about that. I gotta
Oh,
play that game.
good game.
We'll start it from Gluto.
Yeah,
I'm scared of that red.
Yeah, up throw, up air is such a like it is so good for quick damage, but there's your moneymaker. He whistled through it.
What a Chad.
What an absolute move.
Chad behavior. If you're Gluto, that's gonna be so frustrating. Like, bro, I get one of those. You know how hard it is for me to force the combo tree to make that happen? And you're just gonna frame one super armor through it?
Especially on a small character like Olimar, like the amount of work that Gluto's been doing to land these falling up airs on such a small frame with the frame 1 or frame 2 armor that Whistle provides. Like it is, oh, it's frame 1, but it's 2 frames of armor. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. Nuts that he's finding these ways to weave the needle in.
It also speaks, I think, to the precision of this level of gameplay. You're talking about 2 frames of armor, 2/60ths, 1/30th of a second. And that is all it takes to completely shut down Gluto's win condition.
Oh, he was right. He was right with that purple back air, the air dodge just in time for Gluto there, weaving his way back into a position where this game is certainly very winnable here, Lentini. But another purple back air from center stage. No bike, which meant the recovery route was consistent. It had to be from ledge, and it had to be exactly from that spacing. Shuton calls it out and brings us to a game 5.
Shuton kind of on the cusp here, looking at that reverse 3-0. What did we talk about earlier? This man will not be denied. He's always hovering within that top 10 in the world range. And these kinds of adaptations are exactly why. Of course, doing it up against Gluto, who, as we also mentioned, is known for his adaptation himself, that cerebral game plan, so not going to count him out, but very much on the back foot as we run back PS2.
It's crazy this is for 5th. Like,
yeah.
These two, like, storied combatants, tournament winners, like, just stalwarts of gameplay on different facets. Shuton consistently being like a dual threat main for the past few years. Gluto having this Wario in his back pocket or in his front pocket for going on greater than a decade now. Like, and they have to play it out for 5th place because sometimes that's just the way these events go. Like the tournament landscape is not a very forgiving one, and for a game 5 here, neither of these two are trying to be any more forgiving. Oh my god!
Great catch with the bike there. Just a little bit of a timing mix-up. I think keeping Shuton off guard. We talked about how Shuton likes to play that Abare poke-out game with the purple when he comes in with that bike, but didn't work out that time, and that gave him an opportunity. But we are going back and forth. It's an even game. It's 2 stocks.
Man, how important was that forward tilt? Not only just to even up the stock count, but also to get rid of a lineup that was ready for devastation. Purple, purple, red is, if you get grabbed, you're taking 100.
Clearing throw, get it started. 43%, even with the drop combo, even with the awkwardness of that platform. Gluto trying to jump over, trying to, I think, get him to go for an up smash and get punished for it, but he's not pulling the trigger. He's playing honest, and there you go. As soon as you get into that boxing range, the grab comes out again, and 103 Uber.
Ticking away with damage after damage, bit by bit. The bike can only do so much in order to block out some of these Pikmin. Oh, the call out and this using one of Wario's own tricks against him. The hitbox extension on the bike covered neutral get up and jump for greater frames because of the extra hit lag. Shuton, I mean, you called it out, Lentini. After game number 3, it felt like Shuton had all the momentum, and it just keeps on rolling.
Bro, Gluto missed one up tilt, an almost unpunishable move, and took 84% for it, and then a little bit of extra for his trouble, ended up at about 90.
That air dodge through was absolutely life-saving. We've seen Gluto come back from even more dangerous positions, but it's different compared to like trying to run down a character like Sonic, who's not really contesting you for positional value, more just kind of like repositioning really ferociously. Here, like Olimar is just forcing Gluto off of spots he wants to stay in. Like, hey, I'm trying to control center, and Olimar keeps throwing rocks at me, and it's really hard to stay down.
122. This is your final stand. This is where we need that Wario stock, but it is not meant to be. It's that same down air that took game 4 for Shuton, taking game 5. The moment Gluto, the smallest crack forms, Shuton bursts it wide open.
First 3-0, locked in on the Olimar. I mean, the game plan was kind of on paper since game 1. Like, find ways to maximize a lead, hold center stage, be flexible in midair when it comes to utilizing Pikmin in a variety of ways. Of course, the way that Shuton navigated in the corner in games 1 and 2 were oftentimes getting just a little too tricky than he needed to be, which left Gluto one of the best players at tracking in midair, opportunities to just find a back air or find an up air and let it convert into something massive. But as soon as Shuton buckled down and let Pikmin toss do most of the heavy lifting in center stage, it left all the itis on Gluto to make something happen or get chipped out.
Yeah, and we could see Gluto trying to utilize airspeed in those scenarios, which is something that he has the advantage on, we talked about. But he wasn't able to get the big damage and get it consistently against Shuton's oppressive neutral game and against Shuton's spacing, because Shuton is playing the game at a range where even if Wario does manage to clip him, he's usually going to be a little bit too far away to make a big conversion off of it.
Yeah, tough break there for Gluto. One of the ways that one of the players that can be just like such a problem, one of the characters that can be such a problem. I think their set record has gone back pretty favorably on the side of Shuton since the beginning of Ultimate, and before even then. So close, but no cigar for Gluto, dropping out at 5th place. It goes without saying, of course, every player that dropped out of this top 8 is an absolute phenom and is well deserving of praise. Gluto being no exception, but